Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar The Last Airbender, Episode 1. Yes, this is a series that I was curious about from a long time, but honestly, I never had the opportunity to see. I never watched it during his transmission in TV, and after that, I kind of feel disconnected with the series. This is the first time I'm going to be watching this series in its entirety. I think I have watched one episode, but I think it was the most irrelevant one because I barely remember what they said in said episode. So, yes, I don't even know what they were. I just remembered I watched that while I was just, surfing on the channels. And I leave it there, and that's it. That's the only information I have about this series. But I don't even remember. It was like good 8 years ago that I saw that episode. And yes, it never caught my attention until now. I was struggling to know which series I was going to react after I finish Wakfu, and some of you, I think it was one of you only, suggested maybe I should watch Avatar. And I started thinking, yeah, sure, a Western animation, which is regarded as one of the best Western animation ever made. Sure, it sounds intriguing. It sounds interesting. And yeah, I gave in. And this is the first time I'm going to be watching this series in its entirety and, of course, in order. Yeah, this is going to be a fascinating ride. And for the person who suggested to watch Doctor Who, yes, I'm going to be watching that. I don't think after this one, perhaps I'm going to intermix. I'm not going to intermix with Avatar or anything like that, but perhaps I'm going to open a new slot in my week, perhaps on Wednesday, and I'm going to be watching Doctor Who. When I'm going to start, I don't know. When I have a little bit more time, because again, time is the problem for me. I have so little time, so little free time, and this takes a while. Yes, I know reaction is not exactly a hard job to do, but it still is time consuming at a certain point. And yeah, I have other stuff to do, guys. But anyway, yes, this is going to be returning obviously to Avatar. This is going to be a fascinating travel. So yes, I don't think you want me to hear rambling anymore. So yeah, let's just cut all of these and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the first episode of the series, of the entire series. And yeah, this is not called, something I have noticed, of course, is that they are not called seasons. According to the files that I download, is the series consists of three seasons, but actually they are called books. And the book we are in is the water book, is the first book. So yeah, it's obvious why it's called the water book. We found the water tribe first, but obviously they gave us, especially for those, well, this is the first episode, obviously they are going to give you some of the information about the world and how it works. And yes, we find that they are divided in 4 different benders, let's say. I don't want to say nation because none of them are nations, but benders, yes. Let's call 4 different type of benders and a 5th bender, which is obviously the one who controls everything, every single element there is in this case. We have the water tribes, we have the earth kingdom, we have the fire nation, and the wind nomads. And obviously their names say a lot. Obviously we have tribes, the water tribes. What I connected is perhaps water cannot be constricted into one place and is fluid and always moving, and that's why they are called tribes, because they are sparse, like raindrops. That's what I guess. The Earth Kingdom, because yes, there's a solid place in which they can build something big, like a mountain. Obviously, the kingdom. The Fire Nation, I am still not sure, but it looks like they are the more technologically advanced nation, thanks to the metal of their boats. Even old boats, we see that they are made out of metal. So yeah, they're very resistant to fire. Obviously, why they are made of metal. And then of course we have the wind nomads. Makes sense, the wind is always moving, it's always changing, and that's it. And yes, once we saw the map, the map they gave us at the beginning, as I said before, this is not the best quality of the files that I could get. Well, this is the best quality I could get, honestly. It's not the best possible. No, unfortunately, no, I couldn't get better quality. But this is the map that the show us that we have a huge portion dominated by what it looks like the Earth Kingdom, or yeah, the Earth Kingdom. That's what it looks like for the colors, and yeah, it makes sense that the Earth Kingdom has the biggest portion of, well, Earth. Let's call this planet, I don't know, I don't think this Earth, let's call it like the Earth. We have the blue colors on the north and on the south, and thanks to the information given by the show, yeah, I can deduce that that's the place in which the water tribes resides. A lot of tribes there. I guess we only saw one during the show, and there are several sparse, well, in the pole, in the north and in the south pole. And we have a little bit smaller nation compared to this huge size of the Earth Kingdom, the Fire Nation. And yes, I understand their ambition. They want to expand their territory. That's why. And obviously we don't see anything that represents the wind tribes, because yeah, the wind nomads, sorry, because obviously they are going to be moving from place to place. I don't know if they always reside in the Earth Kingdom, or perhaps they moved to the Fire Nation before the war even started, or the water tribes. I don't know. I am still not sure of anything. I haven't known this world for so long that yeah, I could know anything. Yes, the first half of the episode, as I said during the few last minutes of my reaction, is kind of a light-hearted moment. And you find, and yes, I know he is the Avatar, that is obvious. This is something that is being portrayed in every single image on the internet, even if I don't know exactly how that works, or exactly how it's going to reach the point in which he is going to dominate every single element. I don't know how he's going to reach that goal, but obviously that goal is obvious. I knew that he was the Avatar, thanks to all the commercials, thanks to all the stuff, all the things that I have seen on the internet. Yeah, it's obvious. I know he is the Avatar. That is not, I think, a surprise. And it's pretty obvious from the beginning of the episode that he is the Avatar. Everything is pointing towards that. What was I saying? Oh, yes. The lighthearted moment of the episode is that he's rediscovering this new world after 100 years of being in the ice. Obviously, Aang, I think is the name. Aang doesn't know that he has been frozen for 100 years. He just feels like it's been just a couple of days. And I don't know. I am still not sure how he managed to frozen himself. Because from the flashback, when he was caught in the storm, he was unconscious in a certain point, and then bam, bright lights, everything is shining, and he frozen himself. I'm not sure of that. Perhaps his Avatar heritage that protects him. I don't know. That is my guess, that yeah, he has kind of a subconscious moment in which his Avatar power just protect him, because the world cannot be without an Avatar. So being in this situation, yeah, he was protected. So yeah, that is my guess. But again, these light-hearted moments, which obviously gave us information about the characters, they gave us a little bit of their personalities, how they behave, how they are. For example, let's take the brother of the girl. I don't remember the names. The only one I kind of got was Aang, because well, it's pretty easy. He's kind of he's taking himself way too serious. My guess from what I have seen in the show, he's not a water bender. The only one who is a water bender is the girl, and I don't know, but yeah, you can see that he wants to help because he believes he's the only man capable in this tribe, and he wants to defend his own tribe. But sometimes he takes himself way too seriously, and yeah, by trying to train kids, yeah, you kind of see that. We kind of see that the girl is kind of compassionate, wants to protect others. But of course, she has her personality. She's furious when she gets fed up with the bullshit that her brother, is kind of fitting her. Yeah, you kind of see the personality, and of course, we see the personality of Aang, that is a kid. He's a 12-year-old kid. He wants to have fun. That's what I perceive from these few episodes. And we saw the bad guy, Todoroki, the opposite of Todoroki, because yeah, he's using fire instead of ice. And yeah, I know, I said that a lot, but come on. He kind of looks like Todoroki. Especially the early Todoroki that's obsessed with something. And yeah, you can see that he is obsessed. He doesn't sleep. Even the old man, his mentor, is telling him, you should rest, relax, calm down, help me with this game I'm having. Yeah, you can see that he's obsessed with the avatar, that he wants to find the avatar. Why? I don't know. But yeah, you kind of see the personality of these, well, let's call them main characters. That's what they look like they are. And the villain. And even the mentor of the villain, we kind of see his personality. He's not as obsessed as the villain. So yeah, even if you kind of see it as a irrelevant moment, as a, yeah, they're just having fun, but not advancing the story. Actually, it is important because you are giving us the personality of the characters, which is important, so we can develop said characters and make them better. So yeah, I like this first episode. And honestly, yeah, it advanced the plot, or at least not as much as you might want, but it advanced because it's always the threat of the Fire Nation. They just gave you information. The Fire Nation are the bad guys. The Fire Nation started the war, and during this peaceful moment that we have for the first half of the episode, we still have the threat of the Fire Nation close. Thanks to this guy with the scar and the ship that is moving and looking for the avatar, we have this threat. So yes, we are having fun, but still we haven't forgot about the plot, which is something that I really appreciate. That you can balance this stuff. And yes, it's a fun show. And yes, as I said during my reaction, I don't know if I'm gonna put it on the reaction or in what I edit, but the fun episode always gives me the creep, because yeah, always something is going to happen in the end of said episode that is going to change everything. And yes, now the Fire Nation, this dude knows where they are, and he has found them, and this is very dangerous. And my guess now, the plot is going to start to move really forward with this kind of, well, with everything that we have seen so far. Yes, there is not much for me to say about this first episode, other than it was so much fun to watch, and a very interesting first episode. Yes, I am starting to like this series, even with the first episode. I found it fascinating, I found it entertaining, and with a world that could be developed so much. There are so many aspects to this world that could be fascinating to figure it out. How they work, how the nations work, why the Avatar disappeared, why he was frozen in ice, how the Fire Nation was able to, even in 100 years, to conquer almost all the world, or the known world for this world. How are the relationship between the nations? And even Aang said that he has friends all over the world, including the Fire Nation. What is going to happen with said friends, or even if those friends are even alive? Yes, this is a fascinating, very, very fascinating topic. And it poses a lot of questions, but questions that you want to know the answer to. And yes, this is only the first episode. I really enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy it. And yes, I'm going to start ramble a lot more. So yes, That's it for now, guys. I really enjoyed this first episode. I cannot wait to see the next one. But other than that, the only thing I have to say is thank you for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.